Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you so much for commenting, for sharing. Please continue to share, please continue to like and comment. And I am so excited. We have reached the 100 subscriptions mark, and yay, that's a big deal to me. I am super excited. It's not easy, but here we are. Yes, 100. Yay. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please continue to share, continue to comment, continue to like. I truly appreciate. Okay, so we continue on the subject, rising above the effects of loss, part 2. So I'm just going to take you through a few of some of my experiences pertaining to the same subject, and yeah, we'll see as it goes along. And can I encourage you guys to comment, to share, also because some of us also have gone through similar experiences as myself, and please just voice it out. You never know who you're going to help. So still on loss, right? I just want to talk about a few things, how I felt like I lost even my family. Remember, I did mention in the previous video about the issues with my dad, whereby my family found themselves sort of having to pick a side, and they mostly leaned towards his side. One time, a few years ago, there was going to be a wedding, né? My aunt, or Mamncane as locally known, was getting married. So she asked me to be an MC, and I was excited to be the MC. I agreed. Okay, so apparently there was meetings upon meetings where they were deliberating about these issues, because apparently my dad is a terror to my family. So wherever there's going to be me and him, they always have to discuss how is this going to be handled and whatnot, which is really fun. So the bride calls me to say, Sissy, there's a problem. The family feels like you cannot be the MC because of this issue with your dad. I'm like, oh, that's really sad. How do you feel? She says, no, Mina, I want you to be your MC. I'm like, then I'm going to be your MC. They went back, meetings upon meetings. Really, a word was finally disclosed to say, no, she cannot be the MC. So I remember receiving a call from that same uncle of mine. Remember the one who told me that I can't bury my grandfather? Yes, that same one. So he calls me and he says, hi, Mshana, I would like us to meet and talk. And I knew instantly what that was about. It's okay, it's probably about the MCing issue and whatever. So I go to meet him. He was at, I was still staying in Matapa at that time. So I go to meet him by Mahala, some place in Matapa. So when I get there, he's standing outside his car. I'm like, hi, Malume. He says hi. And then I'm like, before you even say anything, I know why you called me here. And before you even say it, let me just go ahead and tell you that I will be the MC at Nana's wedding. She's the one that asked me. I don't care what you guys say. I've had it of being bullied by you guys and whatnot. I just went on and on. I was really upset. So then she starts talking about how this has to be done the way that it's supposed to happen, the way that they have decided that I shouldn't be the MC because they are protecting my mom. Protecting my mom? Protecting my mom from what? From her husband? How interesting is that? They're like, no, you know how your dad is like. Then he starts attacking your mom if anything goes somehow. Can you imagine a whole family being controlled by one man who's not even related to them? But anyway, that's not the point. So, but anyway, fast forward, I eventually relented. I was like, anyway, let me stop fighting small battles. I agreed then, because I eventually spoke to the bride and I was like, okay, it's fine, I understand, I know your position, so it's fine. But I still went to the wedding, right? I was there, bruh. Like I was there. I did the whole for what the kitchen party. I was there emceeing. I went all out, getting programs done, even gifts for the guests. I was that person, making preparations, for the wedding the night before. I was there, like everything. I gave my all. So on the day of the wedding, hi, wow, guys. So everyone is there, my dad is there, everyone, my whole family. So, you know how it was a garden wedding, and then we were going to go inside the hall for a reception. So after the garden wedding, because they had booked accommodation in the same venue, so they went inside the rooms to go and change, the bridesmaids. So we're there trying to fix, making sure everyone is okay. So I was still married at that time. My then husband says, he calls me after a while. He calls me. He's like, he's sounding very unsure on the call. He's like, I think how far are you? I'm like, I'm almost done, but I'll be coming. He says, I think you want to come now. I'm like, what's up? He's like, I know, it's fine. You'll see when you come here, when you get here. Woo! Wow. Hi, gay. I go. I'm just worried. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I get there. You know how there's table settings at a wedding, reception, everyone is allocated a seat. I get there, Mtagama. I'm looking around on the tables like, where's Happy? Where's Happy? And then I see him waving at the corner. Like how in churches, like they have an overflow section where it's just chairs lined up. It was that type of setup. So we had not even been allocated a seat. That's how bad it was. Me, now the same person who's been like putting my all into this, and then now I don't have a seat. I was like, wow. I just grabbed my Oga. I said, Papa, let's go now. I left, bruh, looking all pretty, makeup on fleek, everything done. I was like, yeah, ne. I don't think I needed any more convincing that this was just not happening. This family thing was just not happening. For me, that was the last straw to say, Shem, they are tired, Shem. They are just in jail. They are just in it for it, but they are tired. Anyway, so imagine going through all of those things and you still have to be strong. You still have to maintain your composure, and still have to act like nothing happened on top of that. Because I kid you not, no one has ever spoken about that to me. Or nothing. Like I was hurt. I won't lie. I was really, really hurt. But for me, I just continue to say, look, life goes on. And having gone through all of this, I still have to arise and move on. And then this is about loss of family, right? And you know how family is our biggest support system. And growing up, I was always the child that we were close-knit, man. You knew that, you know what, I can go to my other granny and I'll be home. I can go to wherever. None of that exists anymore, well, in my life. But anyway, I luta continua. The struggle continues. And then it brings me to loss of friends. Sometimes how you have a friend and they make jokes about certain things about you, and then you just laugh it off. Ha ha ha, it's a joke. You must pay attention to the things that your friends say, because within those iterations lies the reality of that person towards you. I remember I had a friend, and this friend, one of my dearest friends I've ever had, actually. I even still miss her up to now, but you know what? This girl, looking back, I see a lot of things that were happening that I probably was just not paying attention to, I was oblivious of so many things that were just right there. But when you like a person, you just overlook a lot of things. I remember she used to say things like, we grew up in the same area, but we were never friends back then. So she says she used to see me and she hated me You know, I always think I was better than everyone. I used to have, making this small, it was a joke then when she was saying it, but looking back, you then realize that yet this person had a coded message inside what they said, judging from what then transpired later on, hey? I used to hate you. I always used to see you used to dress so nice and you were so pretty with nice hair. But I just hated you, you know. But then fast forward, our paths collided and we became friends, you know. And everything was well and good. And then later on in life, I was still married at that time. I remember my then husband coming back because they had met. There's something she had to do for me, so she had to meet with the then husband to arrange for that thing. So when hubby comes back, he's like, your friend, it's like she sounds very envious of you. The things that she says, I was like, nah man, you know, just brushing it off like Later on, girl started manifesting with a vele. In fact, everything that were suspecting, that hubby was suspecting, it just came out in the fore because she just sabotaged me in a huge way. You know, when someone knows that you're going to be doing this, because usually these people know everything about us, and it's always so easy for them to sabotage based on the knowledge they have. Velu girl, she sabotaged me in a huge way. But I had to arise and face all of that, accept the reality that, you know what, there's no friendship here. I just have to move on, you know, because sometimes you have such a big heart for people. You like that person so much, and it's hard to let go. But sometimes you just have to cut your losses and just move on. It's a loss that will hurt you, but your life matters more than these friendships, you know, temporary pleasures or whatever. So I feel like we all go through one thing or another. We all get attached to things, and at some point they don't work out, which creates a loss, which leads to grief. You know, the important thing about loss is rising. Having been affected however that it may have been affecting you, rise, because life needs to go on. You have a choice, either to wallow in that pity party, or just arise and decide that, you know what, I'm here to live my life, I'm here to make it work. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people in the graveyard with so much talent that was never harnessed because of such things as losses that just distort your life altogether, and you failing to rise above those losses. Yeah, man. Let's keep moving. Let's keep rising. Yes, you will lose certain things as you move along. You will lose your job. A job that you may have put your all into. At some point, you will lose it. Maybe in an unfair way, or however that it will be. But move on. Let's cultivate the culture of moving on. Just move. Keep moving. Johnny Walker said it, that, you know what, keep moving, you know. Not to say we don't have to work on things that we love. Assess out the situation. If it's worth it, yes. But otherwise, no, Mtagama, there's no need. There's no need. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate. Please keep sharing, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe some more. Yes, thank you so much. Bye.